look at the number of women in business, they are a very significant number.
Okay.
In cross-border trade, which is a lot of what we do, 80% of these people actually are women. If you look at regular business, whether it's a shop or a stall, about 50% of those are actually women. So in terms of the numbers, we are out there, we're doing business, we're doing trade. The challenge is the value of trade that we command. Mm-hmm. Most women are doing very small, very fragmented, informal. They have no address. It's very ad hoc. Mm-hmm. So that's the challenge. So if you look at the big figures and you say, oh, trade is growing by this much, if you actually try and figure out how much of that is contributed by women, it's very insignificant. And the question is why and what can we do about it? One of the reasons that we found consistently over the years is just access to information. Many of these businesses, women-owned businesses, they do not have the right information. Where do you sell? How do you sell? What's the pricing? What does the market require? What are the standards? And because of that information gap, you'll always remain disadvantaged because you'll try something, but you don't have enough information to make it succeed. Mm-hmm. So information remains a big issue. But also we found when you're informal, when you trade informally, first of all, you're under the policy radar, so nobody knows you exist. So if policies are being discussed on how to improve business environment, they don't really think of you because in terms of data statistics, you're not really counted. Sustainable inclusive trade really is driving to the fact that we have to ensure that the benefits of trade are inclusive in the sense that they benefit women, men, marginalized groups, the poor, but also that we have growth sustainably following whatever interventions we do. As trade grows, is the economic benefit actually benefiting the people of that country, of that region? So that's really where this issue of sustainable trade was birthed. Because you can have trade growth, but the benefits from that trade are not evenly distributed. So one of the things we're trying to push for is that as we grow trade, as there's more space for countries to trade with each other, mm-hmm. What are the benefits and where are the benefits going? Are they benefiting all the different the population in different aspects? The women, the men, the youth, the marginalized, the poor. One of the areas that we work to achieve is an enabling environment, a policy environment that is supportive of women. So this symposium is the first ever we're having, and it's going to bring researchers into the room, policymakers into the room, business development partners, the women themselves. And the idea is for us to have 2 days of conversation, to listen, to learn, to exchange knowledge on, what is working, where are we stuck, and what can we do differently. And at the end of the 2 days, what we want to see is clear actions that we can then pick up, either from a program perspective or even from policy, and say, okay, these are the things we could do just to ensure that as the region moves forward, we'll continue to grow trade, but we'll continue to grow inclusive trade, where women are benefiting from. And that's really why this symposium is taking place.